Hi guys, it's Lynn with Littlefoot Nursery. I am here with Reborn baby Emily. She is the Saskia sculpt by Bonnie Brown and her artist is Mary Anderson. I'm here to do a video because we are officially back from our Disney World trip. So I wanted to tell you guys all about it and just do a chat video chatting about our trip. So just for fun, I'm going to go ahead and change Miss Emily into this cute Winnie the Pooh sort of romper. Isn't that adorable? I think that's so cute. It's gonna look so cute on her. It's a little bit thick, but you know, especially for summertime, but you know, the nice thing about these dolls is they're actually not temperature sensitive like real babies. So I'm gonna go ahead and put her in it, even though it's probably a little bit warm to wear if she were a real baby in this summertime weather and heat. So anyway, yeah, so just to start off, yeah, we had a fabulous trip, and you know, I was very nervous going into it because of the Delta variant and just how cases have been surging so much across the country, and especially in Florida, I think being like one of the top hotspots of the country. I was really nervous about going on the trip. I was reading Disney message boards and a lot of people were canceling, and my family was kind of asking us, you know, if we were planning to cancel or not. And yeah, it was just so it was just a tough decision to make, but you know, ultimately, you know, at the time that this was all happening, it was literally just days before our trip, and we would have been out a lot of money. My husband and I are both vaccinated. The kids are not, because they don't have a vaccine yet for kids under 12. So, so really they're the ones I was most worried about. But I actually bought this, I brought this product, and I don't have it to show you guys, but there's a mist, it's a mister. There's a company called Fend, F-E-N-D, and the website's just hellofend.com. And so we bought this product because, I mean, what you do is you mist, it's kind of like cleans out your nasal passage a little bit, and helps protect you from, I guess, both contracting illnesses as well as spreading illnesses or viruses. So a friend of mine told me about it, and I decided to get it. And so, yeah, so we brought that with us on the trip and used it every single morning before. Like, we used it the morning we left before we went to the airport. And I think it gives you protection for like 6 hours. And then of course we wore masks. We actually bought these kind of slightly more expensive disposable KN94 origami style face masks. If you guys know what I'm referring to, they're more comfortable from my perspective to wear for long periods of time, and they provide very strong protection. So those are a couple of precautions that we took, just going into the trip to hopefully give ourselves, you know, a little bit more protection. And then, yeah, and so we did that every day. And then, you know, I think Florida just put a mask mandate in place, literally effective the day before we arrived. And so I was actually very relieved for that, because I think at the time that we left, there was basically no mask mandate for indoor. It was basically, you know, if you're not vaccinated, you're required to wear a mask indoors. If you are vaccinated, you don't have to. But then what was happening was, because even the people who weren't vaccinated, nobody was wearing a mask indoors, essentially. So anyway, oh my gosh, doesn't Emily look so cute? Oh, she's so cute in this. I don't know that I've had her wear this before. Oh, oh my gosh, she looks really cute. So, so what happened was, yeah, anyway, so when they changed that mandate to make it so that you had to wear a mask indoors as well as when you were in line for any attractions, I actually felt a lot more comfortable going on our trip. We would have planned to wear our masks indoors because of the kids, but it's a lot harder to do it when you're the only one doing it and you see everybody else not wearing it. So I felt like having everybody wear it and everyone in the same boat just made it so much better, so much easier. So So anyways, I was very glad. So that went into effect just, a few days before we arrived. And yeah, and so that mandate was in place the whole time. We did do a lot of indoor dining. We had one indoor dining reservation every day, and just had these like wonderful meals. Some of the restaurants were better about social distancing between tables than other restaurants. There were some where it felt a little uncomfortably close to the next table, but we tried to seat ourselves so my husband or I would be sitting closer to the people and tried to shield our kids as much as possible. And also when we rode on rides, we would try to like ride on either end and have the kids in the middle, just kind of trying to create as much distance as possible between our kids and other people whenever we can. So, I would say the parks were pretty crowded, especially Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios were especially crowded. And then there were a few days where, because we were there for like a week and a half, so there were a few days where, my husband, like wasn't really up for doing like a full day in the parks. And so, there were a couple days where he and the kids would just kind of hang back at the hotel and just chill. And I went to the parks by myself, or we would all go together and they'd head back early, or meet up with us later rather. So yeah, there were a few situations like that, or where I would like stay later, because I'm kind of more the person who's like, go, go, go when I go to Disney World, and I want to be there from I want to really maximize my time and do a lot of stuff. So yeah, so I really feel like we got to do everything we wanted to do, especially given that we were there for such a long time. And yeah, it was just wonderful. It was just wonderful to kind of be there. I mean, I do miss meeting characters, because right now they don't have character meet and greets. It's more these cavalcades where, or the characters would just show up at random and you can kind of see them at a distance. But to me, it wasn't quite the same. And I definitely missed, meeting characters. So yeah. So that was kind of a bummer, but overall we had just a really great time. We did go swimming at each of the hotel pools, and really enjoyed that, because we hadn't been to the parks in the summer in a while. And so it was really, really nice to go swimming. Two of the pool, we stayed at 3 different resorts. We kind of hopped between them. We were at Animal Kingdom Lodge, and then the Wilderness Lodge, and then Contemporary Resort. We have the Disney Vacation Club membership, so it makes staying at these resorts a lot more affordable. And we also bought our membership like 10 years ago, so the prices were quite a bit lower back then. So I feel very fortunate, yeah, that we had that membership to be able to do that. And yeah, the resorts were just beautiful, like they always are. And it was just a wonderful, wonderful trip. And knock on wood, we seem to have stayed healthy throughout the trip, miraculously. And coming home, my husband and 2 kids, because school was the next day, they went and got a rapid PCR test, and all 3 of them tested negative. I couldn't make it because I had like back-to-back work meetings on my day back. So the day after, I went to Walgreens to get tested, and I'm still waiting for those results, because it does take about 3 days. But I'm anticipating I should get a negative result, because I don't have any symptoms, and because the rest of the family tested negative. So I feel like that's pretty safe assumption that I'll probably also test negative. We are going to plan to test again in a couple days, just because in case we caught something on the flight home, sometimes it takes a few days to incubate. So just to kind of test again, just to be on the safe side. But other than that, I think we're in the clear, and I feel just very, very fortunate. I was just very nervous about doing the trip, but I'm so glad we did, because it was so needed. And I really felt like I was able to unplug from just day-to-day life and just really be in the moment. And we just had such a good time. So, yeah, but I am just very, yeah, I definitely think it is kind of scary out there. And I think we're all a little bit confused about, you know, what we can and can't do. And so, so I feel like I don't want to go back to like a full quarantine again, but I think we'll take our risks where it feels worth it to us. Like, so for example, for me, doing grocery shopping is not like really an activity I enjoy that much. So I'll use Instacart, but then, you know, Disneyland is going to have annual passes again, and we are planning to get annual passes and go. I may avoid Knott's Berry Farm right now because they do not have a mask mandate at all at the moment, whereas Disneyland and Disney World do have a mask mandate indoors. Knott's is pretty much outdoors anyway, but I don't know, just the fact that there's like no mask mandate makes me a little bit nervous, especially when, you know, you're in stores or things like that. I just don't, you know, that makes me a little bit nervous, but I don't know. I mean, maybe we'll still go, but just stay outdoors. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's just so confusing right now what what we're comfortable doing or not doing, and trying to figure out, like, with my immediate family, with my sisters and their families, like, I feel like each of us probably has a little bit of a different risk tolerance, and so so I'm not sure if we'll feel comfortable getting together or not. And if we get together, maybe we just do it outdoors. I'm not sure. So anyway, we'll figure it out. And I just, you know, want to thank you guys for just continuing to stay with my channel. I know my content has been a little bit all over the map. I'm also kind of doing more of a once every 4 days posting schedule, which feels much easier to keep up with. And so anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Emily is going to sign off, and I'm going to have a next video where I show you guys my haul, like some of the stuff I bought from Disney World. So hopefully that'll be a fun video for you guys. All right, take care. Bye.